Good morning, everyone. Still morning out here, 10 o'clock in California. This is Brad Matheny again with an update to the Plan Your Trade video. So we're looking at a flat down pattern. See if I have it. We're looking at a gap up lower pattern today, okay, for the SPY. Now, what's interesting about today is we didn't get a gap up, we got a gap down, but we have seen this lower range. And now I'm going to go into a 30-minute chart and I'm going to try to expand this a little bit. And I'm going to explain to you here that we have this big move here, which we can see coming from basically here to here, fell right back down to the 618 level and based. Okay, now I'm going to move it to this basing level here and carry it over to this peak. And we have come down to the 618 level here. I believe that this is the basing zone right here for the SPY, right in this area. And this is going to be where we're looking to potentially see the base setup and buy area. So this is the area that I think is going to end up being the low of the day. Make that a little bigger. I think that's going to end up being the low of the day or darn close to the low of the day. And I think we're looking at this being the buy area, looking for that low price rotation. We'll probably just consolidate right into this range throughout the end of the day. So be prepared to be looking. I'll make this a little darker. Looking in this area here for the buy zone. So basically 570, call it 570, 50, 55 or lower. You get into that area, I think you're going to be looking for the buy zone, and I think we're probably going to start to roll up into a pretty solid uptrend here over the next couple of days. So giving you a heads up, the roadmap is playing out pretty well. Got out of it, at the early morning trading here. Actually got out yesterday or Friday. We didn't do anything today. We're looking at a buying the lows, and here we are. We're back into that zone, 570.65. Probably not going to see much lower than this 618 level, which is 570.30. So I think we're looking at that buy zone for the low price of the day, setting up into tomorrow's rally phase. Remember, tomorrow is a gap up breakaway in trending mode, so could be very powerful. Now, next we're going to go take a look at gold. Gold is really setting up a pretty solid base. So remember, we had this buy here zone. I highlighted this in the morning. Okay, that was our buy zone from our roadmap earlier. Zone this one, try not to make it too tiny. We'll come in here and go to hourly. Okay, so where we're at right now, folks, we have retested this low zone multiple times. 2659, 2660. We retested this low zone, and tomorrow we're going to have a consolidation range. So remember, tomorrow we will likely see gold wherever it ends up today. Let's assume it ends up in this area. We'll probably see gold maybe make a little move, but really just waffle into this low. So again, can buy into this area here, can hold through this area if you wanted to. If we get that high, don't think we will. We might only get back up into this area. But then tomorrow, I mean, if you were to buy down in this area and rally up, that's $18, $19. So it's a nice move in gold, okay? But I think this is all leading towards kind of a zone buy here, followed by a zone buy here. And if we get to these highs or not, we'll be okay. You can see that we are, I mean, and if we did flag into this, that would be acceptable in my opinion. This sets up a good solid zone where we could move into some flagging in this area. Let me change that to yellow. Change this to yellow. So you can see how this is setting up to give you an opportunity to move into the buy zone. The buy zone is really kind of just expanding here. It's, consolidated and rolling, and eventually we are going to get to this area here, but it's probably going to be a bit of a consolidation through this area. We might get back into this 2662, 2660 area in gold. Likely again trying to base and bottom back out here, 2672, before we get the rally. And remember, the rally is going to come on Wednesday. So the gold patterns, I don't think I have them up. I will have them here. Hold on. That's my allocation model. That's all the work I do all weekend long. There we go. The gold system really shows a top resistance and then consolidation and then temporary bottom and temporary resistance. Now understand that I'm looking at this top resistance area and consolidation to really be in this area. So here's our kind of our go flat area, our top resistance consolidation. I think we're going to roll into this area here. So we're going to see how this plays out. Okay. Just giving you a heads up that we've seen this roll into the buy zone multiple times today, here, and here. Really, you've got this low here, secondary low here. And now we're back into it, 2665. I mean, in reality, guys, I want you to understand that down here near this low, anything really below 2662 is a high opportunity for gold. Trying to move off my levels here. There we go. Actually moving just right down here. Okay, so Bitcoin's been up quite a bit. Take a quick look at Bitcoin. Has been up quite a bit again. As I mentioned to you earlier, kind of feel like this is reaching that peak. I highlighted it here. This was the 618. Well, let's come back out here and check. So there's the 618. Whoops. Whoa. There's a 618 level right up here. So that's going to be our high range weakness area right across here. Okay. And that's where I think, as I mentioned to you earlier, I believe that we're going to see Bitcoin weaken in this area and transition back downward. Now, it's also very important we pay attention to this level here. Were we able to get above that level? No. And getting a no out of this makes this, again, the resistance area for Bitcoin, 64,076 roughly. So at this point, with rejection, if we continue rejecting below this level, we will attempt to roll back down into this area, potentially attempting to roll into this 618 area here. That's the next area. Let me get rid of this and get rid of this. And now look, we play along with Fibonacci levels from that level to this rejection level. The next 618 target zone, well, let's call it 382 to 618, puts us right there. So again, when you look at where this is zoning, this is really an area that I think Bitcoin could find multiple support and resistance levels between this 63,200 level and 59,900 level. But my guesstimate, as far as what's actually taking place, as long as we fail to close above this red level, we are going to churn, roll, and come back down to this area, potentially even breaking down into this area. It's going to determine really what happens here. Okay. So again, that's it. Just want to give you an update and let you know what's going on. SPY really is setting up a very interesting move, in my opinion. I really do think we're going to get a basing level right down in this area where I've drawn this green level. I think that's going to be our solid basing level to see a move into tomorrow, possibly up into the 576 area. I wanted to give you a heads up. Not really much going on right now, but it's playing out pretty well for these lows to hold up, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Okay, guys, talk to you later.